In the absence of Optimus Prime and Megatron's crew, the war on Cybertron still wages on. With each cycle passing by, the death toll on both factions increase.
I don't have enough ammo for that thing.
I can help with that.
We need to get to the lab, now!
I'm on it!
Hot don't be a fool! We go as a unit! Crap! Looks like I'm going to have to go after it. Moon Racer! Space!
Commander Shockwave, your specimen is secured, and your ship is ready for launch.
Excellent. Now that I have found Megatron's whereabouts, I shall confirm if he's offline or still functioning. Autobots! Decepticons, hold them off!
Did you blow a diode? Who gave you the orders to engage the enemy alone?
Relax. We've made it this far. Now, cover me while I go after Shockwave.
Hot Rod!
Rumble, Frenzy, set course for these coordinates in this sector of the galaxy.
Yes, Commander Shockwave.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Grimlock! Don't worry, Grim. I'll get you.
Autobot!
This rescue mission you attempted was most illogical.
What?
Little Autobot, did you really think you had the manifolds steal my specimens?
You mean my friends. And my name is Hot Rod. And I'm an Autobot that you won't forget.
Yes, not forgotten. However, your death will be in vain, just as the rest.
Get scrapped!
So long, Hot Rod.
Shockwave!
That one day...
Somewhere in this jungle, there's several hundred North Vietnamese soldiers who could wipe out this little American unit to the last man in an unguarded moment.
Our spirits exultant with the magnitude and precision of this entire Apollo 11 mission. We have spent the past week in communal anxiety and hope as our astronauts sped through the glories and dangers of the heavens.
Good evening. We have a mystery story out of Washington. 5 people have been arrested and charged with breaking into the headquarters of the Democratic National Committee.
These days are on.
These humans, they are more primitive than anticipated.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch you outside. Oh, that's hot.
I'm here with GB Blackrock, the flamboyant multi-millionaire industrialist. Mr. Blackrock, this new oil drilling platform is said to have no equal. What can you tell us about it?
Hector, this rig is so revolutionary, they'll have to invent a new name for it. We can extract 50% more oil from the ground than any other operation. We can refine it. Dock tankers, land planes, do everything except pumping gas into your car.
But it's Eric Hadden who really deserves the credit.
Mr. Hadden, you've been called a computer genius, even though you're only a few years out of high school. What is your role in this?
Mr. Blackrock is right. I designed the secondary and tertiary oil recovery systems, the semi-automated defense systems, the refinery's non-polluting digitalized micro-scrubbers, but I consider it all just really a part of my job for Mr. Blackrock.
The conquest of this planet and enslavement of its people shall be a simple task indeed. But I'll have to deal with that later. Now I must see to the health of the Decepticons. All appears to be proceeding well. These life support systems are repairing the injuries sustained while under the former leader of Megatron. According to my calculations, he should be achieving a minimally conscious operating level, although his repairs will require much more time.
Remind me to thank you when I get down from here, Shockwave. Meanwhile, resumption of my command begins now.
You don't seem to understand. These Autobots see you lying dead on the ground are there because I put them there. The Decepticons you see barely clinging to life is your doing, until I intervened. Autobot victory over us was assured. Evidence says your leadership was faulty, Megatron. Logic says I must command the Decepticons. You will explain to me how you permitted our position to deteriorate so drastically.
As Commander, it is your right to demand anything of me. It is my privilege to oblige. As you know, our people were at war for millennia. We've attacked the Autobots' Ark, boarded their ship, and crash-landed on Earth in a volcano. For 4 million years we lay dormant until something triggered the Ark system and we've been revived. We then discovered what is called a nuclear power plant, and we claimed it as our own territory. But we could not harness its energy, so I found a human named Sparkplug-Ironkai to concoct the energon for us. But, unbeknown to me, he poisoned the energon, thus leading to our downfall against the Autobots. I swear by Primus I will have that human reduced to carbon ash for his treachery.
Your last statement exemplifies the flaw in your programming, Megatron. Petty violence on barely intelligent life forms have no place in Decepticon cause. Logic dictates there is no place for such emotion in a Decepticon commander, nor is there room for incompetence, for stealing energy facilities and not being able to use them, for being fooled by lesser beings, for defeat. That is why I am a logical choice for leading the Decepticons. Should you disagree, I'll be forced to do to you what I do to this fallen Autobot. Should logic so dictate.
Yes, Shockwave, speak your logic. Talk until I can find a way to beat the living crap out of you.
Listen, kid, this garage is restricted to hospital personnel. You'll have to leave.
Look, I'll be out of here in just a sec. I'm just looking for a friend.
Who's your friend then? Spike, over here.
Ratchet!
Great to see you again.
You look different. Where have you been?
As you know, I am a certified doctor on Cybertron. However, the Cybertronian medical oath I took makes no distinction between attending to mechanical or organic life. So I scanned a new alt mode. And when these humans needed my assistance to tend to a cardiac arrest call, I had no choice but to help them. I hope I didn't cause you any concern, Spike.
Who said that?
Oh, it's okay. I would have done the same if I had your skills.
The caller had what is called a severe heartburn, they said. He chugged a full bottle of Carolina Reaper hot sauce. What kind of medical disorder is that?
Holy crap, that's awesome. I mean, it's terrible, but I'll explain later. But I have good news. My dad, he's already getting better. He just had a very mild heart attack.
I'm happy to hear that, Spike.
There's gotta be an iPhone, or a speaker somewhere.
The doctor said he must have been under some kind of stress. I guess being kidnapped by the Decepticons and accused as a traitor by the Autobots doesn't help. He also told me that he poisoned the energon he made for the Decepticons. It's so corrosive, it would have eaten through their fuel lines.
That's great. That means we're one step closer to winning the war. Look under the hood. Well, do you mind? I don't go around poking around your mouths trying to figure out how you talk, do I? I just tried contacting Autobot headquarters, but no one answered. Despite your father's heroic efforts, I'm a bit concerned. I think I should return to see what's going on.
I'll have to come with.
Yep, that is out of the question. There's no telling what danger awaits us. I'll go alone.
But we are so far away from Mount St. Hilary, and you'll need a driver to keep the robot in disguise effect.
It's gotta be just a prank.
Do you think he's one of those famous YouTubers?
Unfortunately, your reasoning is sound, Spike. I will let you come. Sometimes your thinking is equal to that of any other Autobot.
Thanks. Just wait right here a minute. I have to say goodbye to my dad real quick.
Of course. I'll be waiting.
Hey, Dad. How are you feeling?
Fine, son. I finally convinced the doctors that I can't tune up a carburetor from a hospital bed. They said I'll be home in a couple more days.
That's great, Dad. I'm going back to the Ark with Ratchet. He needs me. The Autobots need me.
Son, listen to me. I know the Autobots are your friends, and I realize how exciting they must seem to a kid whose father is only a grease monkey mechanic. But believe me, a civil war is no place for a boy in high school. It's no place for you.
But if the Decepticons win, humanity is screwed. The Autobots are the only ones that can defend us against them. How will we even live with ourselves if the world is overrun by Megatron? We are the only people that has close contact with the Autobots. I mean, you're all I have.
Exactly, Spike. It's not our war. It never was. But with wikis, we'll know how to push the chaos no matter what those monsters do to the world. Promise me, you'll just say your goodbyes and have nothing to do with them.
I promise, Dad. I promise.
I better patch up these Autobots. Transformers War on Earth will be right back after these messages.
You may never have to outrun a Decepticon. But it's good to know you can. Check out Camaro B127 on Instagram. His car is truly more than meets the eye. Give him a follow. It's where all the buzz is about. Transformers Studio Series by Erectron.
You ever just have one of those days? You just wake up, go about doing your normal business, and then that voice starts talking to you. And you do whatever you can to block it out. But it gets louder and louder, like another person is talking inside your head. You try to run from it, but it sticks with you. You try to hide it, but it always finds you. Some bots deal with grief and wanting to meet certain expectations. As for me, I deal with myself. Like I do every day.
Counterpunch needs to pay for what he's done.
Rip them both apart! Piece by treacherous piece!
As long as I'm around, you'll never be a true Autobot. That's my battle. What's yours?